Welcome to DEMOCREPUBLIX, where we cover the real news that matters to we the people. The niece of 9/11 mastermind Osama Bin Laden claims that Donald Trump is the only president who can prevent another similar terrorist attack on the United States. Noor Bin Laden warned that if Joe Biden is elected, another attack may be on the way, as she claimed that leftists in the US have aligned themselves with radicalism. She believes Trump must be re-elected and hit out at the likes of Ilhan Omar, who she says hate your country. In her first ever interview with the New York Post, Bin Laden, whose branch of the family spells their name differently, revealed that she was a long-time Trump supporter and wears her MAGA hat around her native Switzerland. She blames the Obama-Biden administration for allowing ISIS to become more powerful and says that Trump is the only person to stop it happening again. ISIS proliferated under the Obama-Biden administration, leading to them coming to Europe, she said. Trump has shown he protects America and us by extension from foreign threats by obliterating terrorists at the root and before they get a chance to strike. Bin Laden was born and lives in Switzerland but claims that she is an American at heart and had a US flag in her childhood bedroom, having frequently visited the country with her mother since she was 3 years old. I have been a supporter of President Trump since he announced he was running in the early days in 2015. I have watched from afar and I admire this man's resolve, she revealed. He must be re-elected. It's vital for the future of not only America, but Western civilization as a whole. You look at all the terrorist attacks that have happened in Europe over the past 19 years. They have completely shaken us to the core. Radical Islam has completely infiltrated our society, Bin Laden continued. In the US, it's very worrying that the left has aligned itself completely with the people who share that ideology. She adds that she's not afraid to show her support for Trump in Europe, despite the reaction it gets. According to the 2018 Gallup poll, only 18% of Swiss citizens approved of his job performance, but that doesn't stop her from wearing her MAGA hat to the grocery store. I am minding my own business and this woman in her late 50s charges toward me and starts speaking very loudly and aggressively to me, she said of a recent confrontation at a store. She's yelling at me and saying how can I be wearing this, and Trump is the worst president ever, and she's basically dumping on my beloved president. She told me 3 times, you're stupid. I kept my cool, and needless to say I kept my hat. Bin Laden also has some harsh words for the squad, blasting them for dishonoring America when it's an honor to be able to live in the United States. You do have a situation now in America where you have people like Ilhan Omar who actively hate your country, she claimed. It's an honor to be able to go and live in the United States and make the most out of all the opportunities. If she hates it so much, why doesn't she leave? She also states that from her own experience, America is not a racist country, and she rejects claims that it is. I have not had a single bad experience with Americans, despite the name that I carry. On the contrary, I was overwhelmed by their kindness and understanding, Bin Laden said. One person Bin Laden is a fan of is rising GOP star Laura Loomer, who is running for Congress in Florida. Loomer has previously been accused of Islamophobia in her comments, but Bin Laden, who was raised with no religion, commends her for being brave enough and speaking out. She is also a fan of Fox host Tucker Carlson and says that his nightly broadcast is her favorite TV show. Bin Laden and her 2 sisters Wafa and Najia were raised in Switzerland after their parents' divorce. Her father Yeslam Bin Laden is an older half-brother of terrorist leader Osama Bin Laden, and her mother is Carmen Dufer, a Swiss author. She says her father has played no role in her life after a messy divorce from her mother in 1988. Her mother released a book, Inside the Kingdom. My Life in Saudi Arabia, in 2004, revealing what life was like inside the Bin Laden family. My life would have been very different had I been raised in Saudi Arabia, Noor says. I really grew up with this deep appreciation for freedom and basic individual rights. She recalls how her mother would speak about her struggle to ensure her daughters had freedom. My mom would come to all the games and she would say, when I see you play, I know that all the hardship was worth it because you get to do what you choose and what you love, Bin Laden said. The 33-year-old has kept a low profile despite her infamous last name, earning a bachelor's degree in business administration from the University of Geneva and a master's in commercial law from the University of London. Yet her world was torn apart when she was just 14 years old and her uncle carried out the 9/11 attack. I was so devastated, she recalled. I had been going to the States with my mom several times a year from the age of 3 onwards. I considered the US my second home. While she has not yet visited the 9/11 memorial, she says she wished to the next time she's in New York. I really want to go and pay my respects, she said. Let us know what you think. Leave your comments down below. Like, share and subscribe. And check out DEMOCREPUBLIX.com for the latest in news. Until next time.
We live in a alien nightmare. Watch out for these We live in a alien nightmare. Watch out for these